What is up, everyone? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today we've got some great updates for you, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Nintendo has launched a brand new Twitter account called Nintendo Versus, where they say it's, quote, your destination for Nintendo social competitive updates. So this is actually really cool, and if you look at what Nintendo's focus is, especially for the Nintendo Switch in the first year or so, is to make sure that they have online competitive games that people can play casually, people can play hardcore. So what I'm saying here is that if you look at the 3 games that they have as far as what they're advertising so far is for E3. So we have the 2017 Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational, we have the 2017 ARMS Open Invitational, and we have the 2017 Pokken Tournament DX Invitational. So Nintendo is really going hard with these online titles, these competitive games that you can play that are fun to play just casually, but are also really fun to kind of get into. Now, myself, I'm really going to get into ARMS, and Pokken Tournament, definitely. Those are like my 2 games. Splatoon 2, I definitely play a little bit more casually, but still, it's still fun to mix it up in there with competitive gamers. I know I played squads sometimes with Nintendo Ultra and stuff, so I do feel that this is a very good thing that Nintendo is doing, getting into the competitive scene, getting into that type of aspect. And it's funny though, because there's a lot of people out there, YouTubers, that were saying, oh well, Nintendo, they're not doing online games, they're not doing online enough, like they're taking forever to bring out online games, which I myself included was like saying that was like one of the major issues with the Wii U, right? It was like when the system launched, there was not enough online games as far as from Nintendo. The first online game that they even had was Mario Kart 8, if you're not counting the Wii Sports Resort or the Wii Tennis, sorry. It was like Wii Sports Club? Yeah. If you're not counting Wii Sports Club as the first online title, then Mario Kart 8 was their first major online title for the system. Whereas you look at the Nintendo Switch, they've already got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe out with some new added bonuses and benefits, in addition to an online battle mode, you know, what people complained about. They have ARMS, which is a brand new IP that's also competitive online and all of that. But we're in the first few months here. Then we also have Splatoon 2 coming up this year, and we have Pokken Tournament. To me, this is very good because these are the type of games that I'm really getting into, and in particular, Pokken Tournament and ARMS are going to be games that I really play a lot when it comes to online play. Although I will be playing a lot of that Splatoon 2, the Salmon Run mode. I think I'm going to be playing that quite a bit because that looks awesome. So PE game nights for that for sure. So I like what they're doing here. I think these online games are great, and the fact that more people who were complaining about the online, as far as Nintendo not having online games at all, just skip all the other stuff, but just not even having online games, they're not coming out and saying anything. But that's okay. I will, because I'm happy that they are bringing this type of content to the Nintendo Switch, and I think this is exactly what's going to help sell the Switch throughout the summer. And if you're looking at the lineup, this is an amazing summer lineup. Probably something Nintendo's never done before. We have Splatoon 2, we have ARMS and Pokken, all right there in that summer bracket, plus whatever else that they're going to be bringing out. So I'm excited. Really interested in ARMS. I can't wait to get my hands on that game. As far as the full title, being able to unlock all the different ARMS, try out all the different characters like Kid Cobra and stuff that I didn't get to as far as in the ARMS Global Test Punch. So let me know what you guys think about this new competitive angle that Nintendo's taking. We've got 3 big tournaments to get into as far as Nintendo's E3, which I'm excited about. I know a lot of people are looking forward to the, oh my gosh, like, you know, excitements, which is cool, but those don't last very long. And those aren't really entertaining past however many minutes it's up on there. Whereas with this content here, you're going to get great players. We're going to have people like Nairo competing in Pokken Tournament. We're going to have Justin Wong also competing D1 on the mic as well. So to me, this is going to be very fun. Kind of like the Nintendo World Championships was awesome. We had the 2014 Smash Brothers Invitational, which was really good, where we had Zero, and we had the King of Smash, Ken. So there was lots of great stuff as far as what Nintendo's doing, and I think now they're really perfecting it as far as the competitive and the social type of games, and we're seeing it on the Nintendo Switch. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Best Buy Canada lists Super Smash Bros., Pikmin World, and Dragon Quest XI for the Nintendo Switch. So this is something that happened, okay, but I want to make sure that I preface this by saying that Best Buy Canada has been in contact to say that the information is inaccurate. So they have pretty much pulled away from this. I'm pretty sure that the listings have went down at this point. But yes, this is something that happened. that they listed these on there, and it doesn't seem like it would be out of the ordinary if Nintendo were to announce those games. And the games that they announced, of course, Smash Bros, Pikmin World, Dragon Quest. And Smash Brothers, I think, is happening, and people always like to talk about the ports and all this stuff, which I'll have a separate rant video on people complaining about that, because most people complaining have no idea about game development. But anyway, to get on back on topic with what we're discussing here, Smash Brothers Deluxe or Smash Brothers port, I think that definitely needs to happen. I'm looking forward to that happening. Obviously, if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to be like, oh god, Nintendo's stupid, blah blah blah. I'm not going to be like, okay, well, whatever. You know, it happens when it happens, but I'm looking forward to an announcement. Hopefully we get one at E3 2017. And the reason why that I want a Smash Brothers announcement as far as a port goes is because I would just like to play the game on the Switch. I still play the game on the Wii U. I've logged well over 1,300 hours on the Nintendo Wii U version of Super Smash Brothers, and it would just be great to not have to worry about turning on the gamepad, then switching over to my GameCube controller. It would just be cool if I can just play that on my Switch, and I can stream it on my Switch. I would just want that, and it would be cool if they added all the different content in there. So like let's say they took the 3DS, they ported all that over to HD and put that on there as far as the Nintendo Switch goes. I think that would be an amazing compilation for people who didn't buy it on the Wii U, because there were a lot of people who didn't buy it on the Wii U, and no matter what you want to say, the Wii U never sold as many copies of games as it should have, every single title, because of the install base. But like I said, we'll talk about that in a separate video. But Super Smash Bros. To me needs to come over. The faster that you can get it over, the better. I don't really think that there's anything as far as Smash Bros. 5, and I've talked about that before. It's like they need to take their time with Smash Bros. 5. It doesn't need to be just, okay, well, it's like Smash Bros. 4, but then they add, like, I don't know, like 10 new characters or 15 new characters. Oh, we got like a single player mode like Subspace Emissary. No. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to be a real Smash Bros. 5. That could have just been a DLC added on, right, to the deluxe version of it. What I want to see as far as with Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Switch, as far as the port, I just want to be able to have something to play competitively on the Switch, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less than that. Something to play competitively on the Switch to where I don't have to go back to my Wii U and play. I can just play it on my Switch, and I can play anywhere I want, and not just have it, you know, just on my TV or just on the gamepad, which I never use the gamepad anyway. So that's the one thing that I want to see from that. Now with Smash Bros. 5, we can talk about that in a separate video, but definitely there's some tweaks and there's some changes that I would like to see in Smash Bros. 5. But like I said, another video on that one. Now Pikmin World, yeah, that seems like that could be something that's going to be happening, right? Now Shigeru Miyamoto, which a lot of people forget because, you know, the internet, Shigeru Miyamoto's already pretty much said that Pikmin is, you know, done, or Pikmin is, it's there. We just were waiting to announce it, really. So he's already stated that. He said the Pikmin team is always working on the different Pikmin games, and yeah, it's coming. So we don't know when it's going to come, but Pikmin World could be the title. It could not be the title. Who knows? Maybe it is. I know there's a lot of people. I always say there's a lot of people who like Pikmin and all that, but then you look at the sales numbers and like Pikmin did nothing for the Wii U. It did absolutely nothing, only in Japan. In Japan, it sold systems, that's true. The system sales were already pretty bad, and it bumped them up for a good period of time. As far as worldwide appeal, Pikmin did nothing. Now, I'm not a huge Pikmin fan. Everyone already knows that. And if you don't know that, now you know that, is that I'm not a huge Pikmin fan, but at the same time, I can see why people like Pikmin. I can see why this game could be out there, because obviously Miyamoto wants Pikmin to be here, so we're going to get Pikmin at some point, because he's already stated that. So of course that definitely seems like something that could be happening. Now Dragon Quest XI for the Nintendo Switch, obviously that is coming. We just don't know when it's coming. We know about the PS4 and we know about the Nintendo 3DS versions of the game, but Square Enix has been very quiet on the Nintendo Switch version, and they say, well, give it some time, like when the time is right, we can't discuss it. So to me that says NDA, that there is something going down with Dragon Quest XI on the Nintendo Switch as far as an announcement for E3 or around the time of E3 or Nintendo Direct. I do feel that there's going to be something talking about the Nintendo Switch version of the game, because I think the Nintendo Switch version of the game is going to have some content potentially the 3DS version of the game or the PS4 version of the game doesn't have. So it's going to have its own stuff in there outside of what probably the PS4, because it's probably going to be based on the PS4 version, Unreal Engine 4. It's going to have some content in there that's outside of the PS4, some exclusive content. So that's why I think that Nintendo is probably saving that one, and so is Square Enix, in order to talk about it, because the 3DS and the PS4 versions are obviously very different in terms of graphics, in terms of style, and things like that. So I do feel that we will get that announcement at E3. or we'll get it around the time or maybe shortly after. There's some type of direct plan where they're going to talk about Dragon Quest XI. Maybe not at E3 because it's still not confirmed for North America as far as a release date for all the other versions, but maybe they talk about it after E3. Maybe they talk about it at a Nintendo Direct sometime in the future, to where it's like a Japanese Nintendo Direct and they talk about it and they put that in there as far as Dragon Quest, or maybe there's a worldwide announcement. I'm not really sure, but Dragon Quest XI on the Switch is obviously something that a lot of people are looking forward to, because essentially you can get the Nintendo 3DS version as far as the game goes, general same story and everything, and the PS4 version you got the graphics, alright, but then you take the portability of the 3DS, you have the graphics that are maybe near the PS4 version, a little bit under, whatever the case is, and you probably have the best version, right, because you can take that anywhere you want and you can play it at home, and you don't have to do the transfer save file thingy like the PS4 version and 3DS have, to where you can play on the 3DS when you're on the go, and then when you come back home, you can transfer that over to your PS4. You don't got to worry about that on Nintendo Switch. You can just take the same device anywhere you go and play it. So to me, that seems like the best version, so I'm thinking that there's something going down with that when Nintendo is going to be talking about it sometime soon, or sometime later this year. Maybe Square Enix discusses it, but we will see. Those listings came up, and they were probably removed, and now the Best Buy has come out and said that, no, there's nothing. Nothing to see here, guys. Move along, move along. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, E3 is happening next week, and there's going to be a lot of big news and announcements from the show. So let me know what you guys think about these 3 listings here. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description below. We have Facebook and Twitter, social media. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow. And all that really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs, in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page, link in the description below. There you'll have access to a lot of cool perks and benefits, even for the lowest tier. We've got Discord voice chat, $10 priced eShop tournaments, and so much more. So check out the Patreon and support PE Arena and PE Live right here on PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you ninja in the next video. Peace.